Evening and welcome to my hobby home. If you're new here, welcome. If not, thank you for coming back. Today I am going to be sewing the block 2 of the Pressed Flowers quilt along. This is called Hyacinth. I will show you my fabrics here. These are my fabrics. Ooh. And you will notice these I have already drawn a line across because I need to sew across those. So we are just going to get into it here. Okay, we are going to take our E and our D's, and we are going to make 3 of them. So let me just pull 3 out. Okay, and it tells, the instructions tell me with the right sides together, sew the D in the corner, the left corner of E. So let's get into it. I have checked my bobbin. I will probably need to replace that somewhere midway here. What I've done, I've dropped my needle. I hope you guys are having a great day today. This is Sunday evening. I sewed almost all day Friday evening and finished my grandson's little quilt. Now all I have to do is back it and quilt it, bind it. Okay, and you'll notice it's the left corner here. And yeah, I love this quilt along here because to me this is some of the most beautiful fabrics. Okay, but I hope y'all's weather is doing well. We actually got a slight rain today, which was very nice. Okay, we have to trim 1/4 of an inch away from the seam. I do not trust my judgment on how big 1/4 of an inch is, so I am going to use my little ruler and I'm putting my 1/4 inch marker, or the edge of my thing, where I'm putting the edge of this green line right here, because that's 1/4 of an inch from this outside edge to the green line to the outside edge of the ruler. That's 1/4 of an inch. So I put this outside edge of the green line on the stitch and I cut on the edge of the ruler, and that gives me 1/4 of an inch. I'm just gonna trim these threads right there. Okay, so I am going to press these. Okay, here are our D&E blocks. We've got our little corner triangle there. going to put those aside. The next thing we are going to do is we're going to take F and G. This is our G block. Make sure, yes, that is our G block. This is our G and F. I have drawn a line diagonally across, and we're going to put these in the bottom right corner. Okay, and for this, I believe we are going to do the same thing. We are going to get our 1/4 inch cut right here. And we are going to press. Okay, now we have these done. They go in this direction. We made 2 of those. Our next step is to take block C and draw a diagonal line, and block H. So we are going to put a C on each corner, and this is going to make 2. So we'll take 2 out. Okay. We're going to even this up here, make sure we're all the way. Okay, so now we're trimming 1/4 inch. And we are going to sew another block on the other corner, the opposite corner. It's easier for me to flip this upside down and do this because I'm right-handed, so it's easier for me to do everything where I'm working right-handed. There we go. Okay, now we have to trim these as well. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. And yes, I left the 2 kind of still together because I'm going to cut them with my rotary instead of taking that extra step. Okay, so now we have these 2 sewn. What I've got to do is now press it. Okay, and we are now done with that. We have our 2 C and H squares. So we're going to put these over to the side, and our next step is D and H. And we will do the same exact thing for this. It's going to be in the top left, bottom right. We're just going to corner this up real good. And y'all let me know how many of you are doing this pressed flower quilt along. I love these patterns. They come in the Fat Quarter Shop Sew Sampler box, or you can order them online at Fat Quarter Shop. You can buy the patterns individually. I just started receiving my subscription box. I think I've gotten 2 boxes. So I got, I believe, block 5 and 6 in my Sew Sampler subscription box. And the other 4 I had to go online and just purchase them separately. And you'll notice I'm going slow because if I have to stay on the line, I have to go slow. Because I very easily may go crazy on it. We're going to go on and trim off our 1/4 of an inch here. And if you are doing the quilt along, let me know what you think about it. How far have you gotten? This one seems fairly easy. You know, it's pretty straightforward on what we're doing. And so far, I don't think any of them have been extremely hard. But this is my second one, so the first one was not extremely hard. But I'm so excited to get this quilt done because I love this. And I don't think I can say it enough. I love the fabric they're using. This fabric line is Sugarberry by Bunny Hill Designs. And it is a beautiful line of fabric. Now, if you are wanting to do this, I hope you can find someone that has this in stock because I've been having trouble finding it. My local quilt shop does not have it. I haven't found anyone other than online that I can purchase this fabric from. But I'm willing to do that. You know, I'm willing to purchase the fabric because I really do want to do this. Now, I have found jelly rolls and Jolly Bars and layered cakes. The yardage is the hard part to find. But I'm continuing to look. I'm hoping I have enough already that I don't have to order any additional. That's why I try to cut my pattern out probably about a week before I actually sew it. So if I need to order any fabric, I can get it ordered, you know, before I start sewing it. Like I'll finish this one tonight and I'll go in and cut the fabric for the third one. And if I need to, I'll be able to order it before I sew it next weekend. Okay, so we've got these done. Now all I need to do is press them out. This one has gone fairly quick. So next is the placement. So I am going to push my sewing machine out just a little bit so you can see the placement. We are going to start with our first row. I'm just going to do the rows. 1, 2. Okay, it looks like I need to do them in long rows and not across rows. So we have this. Okay, so this is what our long row is going to look like. Okay, so I am going to pull this over to the side here. You won't be able to see it, but I have to get my machine where I can sew. We are going to take our first 2 rows here, our first 2 blocks, and I think it's an understood everything's on 1/4 of an inch. So, or a scant 1/4 inch. Now making sure. Okay, so then our next block, and I like to trim as I go, is this, and we turn it straight up. And being that we have this seam there, I'm going to turn it over where that is going downward my stitch. That way we don't have any troubles at all. Okay, and the next block we are going to do is our cream one, and the same thing here, that is going down, so I want to make sure that's the direction it's going when I sew. That way we don't have to worry about it folding under. Okay, and that completes our first row. Now our second row starts with a pink. I'm just going to do them up here where you can see it. And then a solid red. And an A block. This is A. We haven't used it yet. So it's going to go like this. So we are going to fold this over, match the corners up. I like to match the top corners up and then make sure that the rest of it matches too. Well, you can tell with my bobbin that it's getting close to the end because it is so curly. And you probably noticed also that I drop my needle and then do a back stitch. that for me just helps keep the machine from eating my fabric up. And I feel like that extra little stitch helps it stay together. And I will tell y'all, today, I have been going through some boxes that I have. And one is a box of quilt tops. And who knows how old these quilt tops are. I definitely do not. But I noticed some of the quilt tops were just, I was pulling on one of them to fold it, and the blocks were just coming unsewn because they were just sewn with no back stitching. And I know, a lot of people probably don't do that, but I bet whoever did these boxes were out of my grandmother's sewing cabinet or closet. And I don't know if she pieced these together or if somebody gave them to her to finish. I know one of her friends passed away that she quilted with, and her family could have given, okay, and I'm going to lay these right here beside this other block. Her family could have given these to my grandmother. I don't know. I don't know where they came from, but I am going to take care of them. I'm going to wash them. I think there was one quilt that had holes in it that I am going to replace the fabric that had the holes, and hopefully I can repair it. Okay, so our next row is a red, a cream, and then this cream, and then a block like this. That looks okay. I see what it is. So I am going to pull these down so I can start these two. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty special find because my aunt gave me this box, and she thought it was a box that came from one of the neighbors that had given me a box of a lot of fabrics. She was cleaning out, and at the time I was doing embroidery. She thought I could use some of these fabrics. And so I went and got the boxes, but I know I went through these boxes very well that she gave me. And my great niece is learning how to sew. So my aunt told me, whatever I didn't think I would use to bring to her. So I think that's why she thought this was some of hers. But she was cleaning out her sewing room. She has like a storage room off of the side of her sewing room. Okay. Had to press that back out. It didn't press real good the first time. But anyway, I'm pretty certain this is a box that came out of my grandmother's sewing closet. Sewing room. She had, her bedroom had a little room beside it that had a huge closet in it. That had all kinds of sewing stuff in it. And I'm pretty certain this came out of that. But I'm going to take those and wash them up real good and back them and I'm probably not going to hand quilt them, but I'm not going to put them on a long arm because I just want to make sure they're okay. But I don't think a long arm would hurt them. I don't think, but I don't know. I just feel like it would be better if I just quilted it. Okay, and then we have this one. We're sewing on it. But yeah, that was my super fine today because I've been doing clean out of my house in preparation of taking one of my 3 other bedrooms. This room I'm in here used to be my oldest daughter's bedroom, and I converted it into my office / craft sewing room because they live close enough. They're not going to need to stay. All I need is one spare bedroom. And one of the other spare bedrooms in my house, my husband is taking over, and that's kind of his man cave. He has his office in there and his computer gaming stuff and all in there. So our third room, we have used it as storage. I mean, we took the bedroom down and everything, but now it is currently used for storage. And I don't know why. We have 2 storage buildings outside. So, okay, that's our 3rd strip right there. And let's look at our 4th. Our 4th begins with, that's hard to say on that, A. And then that, I don't know which one that one is. And then like this. So I'm going to pull this one down because these 2 need to be connected here. But today I have been doing a clean out just of my personal closet. And oh Lord, the things I have found. Because for some reason boxes just end up in my closet. And I don't know why, I don't know how, but they do. And I don't think I've done a clean out of anything in my closet probably in 10 years. It's really needed it. So I actually ended up with a full garbage bag out of my closet. So, but got that cleaned out, and then of course, after you clean out, you sweep and mop real good. And I mean, how many people sweep and mop their closet? Because my closet is in my master bath. So, okay. I've got to turn this over this way because I've got a seam on this side going down and a seam on this side going down. So I want to sew that direction. But I'm sure I put things back in that closet that didn't need to go. And the bad thing is, this was just the floor of a closet. I have a walk-in closet. And this was just the floor of the closet. It wasn't the top shelf, which is housing purses and things like that. So, okay. So, I will bring you guys right back after I've these are all my pieces right here. After I've pressed all of this, I will bring you right back. Now we have all of our pieces pressed. I'm going to remove the last 2 blocks out of the way. And I am going to start this is our first row. And this is our second row. I am just going to start. Now you would think, but they didn't. They had some of these go in the same direction. It does not make sense. The center one, we will be able to nest. But these two are going these two right here are going the same direction. So I'm just going to put this under the needle. And I'm going to nest these 2 seams right here. Get me a pin. And of course I did not trim up some of these strings. Okay, so okay. So first 2 rows. Then let me get the third row. I'm going to just fold it over here and find what seams will nest. Okay, this one will nest. This first. And notice I'm just rubbing it here, trying to get it out, to the edge of the fabric there. Let's see, this one will nest also. Okay, well, that one seemed to have laid really well. I'm going to pin that flap down right there because it seems to want to pop up. So just to make sure it doesn't, I'm going to put a needle in it. And yes, I'm going to get very close to that needle just to make sure that seam does not curl up there. Okay, that is the third row. And this is the fourth. So I'm going to be checking the seams to see what can nest. This one right here will nest. This one right here will nest. And then we have a seam that is pressed the other direction. Now I know this is probably going to make sense later on why they have these pressed this direction, but it doesn't make, you know, some of these that aren't nesting. I'm going to go on and put a pin in that so it does not curl up. Okay. You know, if you have any concerns whatsoever of something not sewing properly, don't feel bad about putting a needle in it. Just to ensure that it does come out how you want it to. Okay, I'm going to press this and bring you right back. Okay, and we have our block pressed. Let's see if we can see that here. There you go, guys. Block 2 is in the books. We are done with that one. So I will have block 3 done probably in another week. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you like this type of content, please feel free to subscribe to my channel and click on that notification bell and you'll receive notification every time I upload new content. And please feel free to leave a comment. I love responding to comments. I do respond to each and every comment that is left. And as always, until I see you again, have a very blessed day. Goodbye.